So we're about to pass through the little town of Birch Tree, Missouri. Or we're on the outskirts of the town. I'm going east on Highway 60, and this is Birch Tree. Really is to the north about half a mile, but you could call this Birch Tree. There's a Dollar General, and there's a truck stop right there. And on the other side, the town is actually to the left. But that means we're getting really close to the turnoff for the property. So I'm going to set my trip meter. I believe we go east about 2 miles, but I will check that and check my trip meter here. I came out of Springfield this morning and took about an hour and a half to get here. It's 4-lane highway the entire way from Springfield to up to this point until we turn off onto the county road here. So it's an easy drive out of Springfield. Or coming, so I came from the west, but you could come from the east, obviously. There are good roads to get you right here, good highway system. Okay, so we've gone about a mile out of Birch Tree. I think we'll have another mile to go. And we'll be going left, we'll be going north. And I've only made this drive one time, so I'm hoping I can get it in the first try here. We're going to Pine Hollow to look at the tracks at Pine Hollow, and I just wanted to start the video right here, so everybody could see the exact route to get here. It's a pretty straightforward route, I believe, but like anything, it can be confusing the first time. So I think this video will be helpful. For the first time you drive out here to check out the property. On this particular video, I'm not going to do any specific tracts. We'll just drive to Pine Hollow. Okay, so we've gone 2 miles, and we're going to go left up here. That ended up being 2.2 miles. And we'll go left and go across. This sign is calling that Shannon County 452. Curves to the right, we'll stay on it. And then immediately we're going to go left onto a gravel road. And this is Shannon County 421, it looks like. Okay, so now I'll reset my trip meter. So coming out of Birch Tree, you go a little over 2 miles. And look for that road going to the north. Take your very first immediate left onto a gravel road. And I believe we're on Shannon County 421. So we're right on the outskirts of a huge tract of national forest, the Mark Twain National Forest. In fact, some of the properties in Pine Hollow do directly border that public land. So you can use the national forest for hunting or camping or recreation. There are multiple trails going through it. There's within this tract of national forest, you'll find, I believe it's called the 11 Point River. I'll have to check my map to verify that. There's one of the major rivers in Missouri. Check this out here. Yep, the 11 Point River. Now that's probably roughly 10 miles south of where we are, but it is within the same tract of national forest. So that's an awesome river for fishing or canoeing or floating, floated on a tube or in a kayak. You can hunt. You can hunt within the national forest. You can deer hunt or turkey hunt. So on some of these tracks that do directly border the national forest, it's a pretty amazing opportunity to set up your camp or build your cabin or home on your property, and then you have direct access into the national forest, which it's enormous, tens of thousands of acres of national forest. Okay, the road we've kind of come to a T here, and I do believe we're going to veer right at the T. We've gone 1.2 miles and we just went right at the T. I hope this is correct. I see a lot of pine trees, so maybe we are getting close to Pine Hollow. All of these tracts do have direct frontage on the county road, so you've got great access. You can get here all year round in any type of vehicle on the county maintained road. We're just a few miles out of Birch Tree, which it's a small town, but it does have some amenities, the grocery store and the Dollar General store and gas stations and bank and restaurants, etc. If you keep going to the west on Highway 60 for about 10 miles, you'll get to Mountain View, which is another small town, but it does have the all-important Walmart store. So, love it or hate it, it's pretty convenient to have a Walmart nearby. Beautiful, beautiful area. There's so much to do out here. The different rivers and creeks and all that national forest. You can certainly hunt on your own property at Pine Hollow, absolutely. But it's pretty great to be able to just literally walk into that national forest, and you've got tens of thousands of acres of additional hunting ground. So really nice situation. It's the middle of winter, as you can probably tell, because there are no leaves on these trees. And it's a little bit overcast today. So we are in a beautiful area, though it might be a little hard to tell today with the trees being bare and the sky being overcast. Now we're actually getting close to the property. There's kind of looks like a mobile home we just passed, older mobile home. That's a pretty good landmark. So we'll be coming up on Pine Hollow on the right very, very soon. The trip meter shows that we have gone 2.8 miles. And we've just arrived at the south end of Pine Hollow. So it is on the right, it's on the east side of the road. So that's 2.8 miles off of Highway 60. Looks like a total of 5 miles from Birch Tree. So I'll stop the video here. But you'll see that all the tracks are basically completely wooded. There's some pine up ahead there. You'll find a lot of different trees, and then the topography goes from flat to rolling to steep and everything in between. Each tract is a little bit different. If we were to walk straight east several hundred yards, or it differs on each tract, but we would hit the Mark Twain National Forest on these tracks on the south. So that is the drive to the south end of Pine Hollow in Shannon County, Missouri.